Welcome back to NBA Stories. Thank you for tuning in. Today we are diving into a fascinating comparison, LeBron James versus Luka Dončić. Two oversized playmakers, two geniuses with the ball in their hands, two players who bend the entire game around their vision. Before we start, make sure you sit back, relax, and imagine you are courtside. Because this is not just a stats comparison. This is a story about how basketball evolves, and about whether Luka Dončić can one day touch the kind of legacy LeBron James has built over 2 decades. When you first watch LeBron James and Luka Dončić, the similarities are obvious. Both are big wings who function as point guards. Both initiate almost every possession. Both control tempo with a calm, deliberate rhythm. The game moves at their speed, not the other way around. LeBron came into the league as the chosen one. From day one, he was a primary ball handler. He read the floor like a veteran. He collapsed defenses with his combination of size, strength, and speed. Then he punished rotations with laser passes to open shooters. Luka arrived as a European prodigy with a different flavor, but a similar mindset. He does not rely on raw speed. Instead, he uses shifts, hesitations, and body control. He manipulates defenders with angles, fakes, and timing. Yet the result is the same. Defenses feel like they are on a string attached to his hands. Both LeBron and Luka see passes a second before anyone else. They throw cross-court skips that most players do not even notice. They hit rolling bigs in the perfect pocket. They find shooters in the corner without even turning their heads. Their playmaking is not just about assists. It is about organizing 5 players. It is about orchestrating the entire offense like a conductor with a symphony. In pick and roll, the likeness is even clearer. Give LeBron a screen, and he reads the drop defender, the weak side tag, and the corner defender in one instant. Give Luka a screen, and he does the exact same thing. If the big drops too deep, they pull up or float it. If the help comes early, they hit the corner. If the help comes late, they drive right through the gap. But within that similarity lies a difference in style. LeBron's playmaking is explosive. He forces help with his athleticism. He sucks in multiple defenders, because he is an unstoppable freight train at the rim. Then he sprays the ball out to open teammates. Luka's playmaking is methodical and surgical. He is not going to jump over you. He is going to slow down, bump you, spin, step back, and then pass at the last possible moment. He uses his body like a shield. He creates windows not with verticality, but with timing and angles. If you look at their early career stat lines, the parallels are striking. As a young player in Cleveland, LeBron was already putting up star numbers. Points, rebounds, assists. He was filling every category. He was not just a scorer, he was the engine. Luka's early years in Dallas look similar in that sense. He scores at an elite level. He rebounds like a forward. He dishes out assists like a point guard. Triple-doubles are not special nights for him. They are part of his normal range. Both guys became the unquestioned first option very quickly. Both carried heavy usage from a young age. Both were asked to do almost everything for their teams. Score, create, led. However, LeBron's early prime came with a freakish physical profile that the league had never seen. He combined the body of a power forward with the speed of a guard. He lived in transition. He could chase down blocks from half a court away. He was a defensive terror when fully locked in. Luka, on the other hand, is more grounded. He dominates in the half court. He punishes mismatches with his strength and footwork. He breaks defenders with step-back threes and foul-drawing craft. His game is built more on skill and IQ than on athletic explosion. This leads us to another key comparison. Control the game. LeBron controls the game with pace and pressure. He can push the ball after a rebound and instantly create a numbers advantage. He can slow it down in the half court and call for the exact action he wants. His presence alone changes how defenses load up. Coaches spend entire game plans worrying about his drives. Luka controls the game like a chess master playing at half speed. He dribbles, pauses, looks, and probes. He uses ball screens over and over until he finds the matchup he wants. He knows when to draw 2 defenders and when to keep the ball. He keeps defenders on his hip and makes them feel uncomfortable every second. Both players exhaust defenses mentally, not just physically. You are constantly thinking, constantly rotating, constantly deciding whether to help or stay home. One late decision and the ball is already in the hands of an open shooter. Leadership is another interesting dimension. LeBron has evolved as a leader over his career. Young LeBron led by talent and effort. He did everything on the floor and set the tone by example. As he matured, he became more vocal. He called out defensive coverages. He mentored younger teammates. He understood the politics of the locker room and the league. Luka is still forming his leadership identity. He leads primarily through his brilliance on the floor. He is fiery, emotional, and ultra-competitive. Sometimes that passion spills over in the form of frustrations with referees or visible emotion. But teammates also see how much he cares. They see how much he wants to win. The question is whether Luka can evolve the same way LeBron did. Can he refine his body language? Can he balance intensity with composure? Can he become the kind of leader who not only puts up numbers, but also elevates everyone around him consistently over an entire decade or more? Now we come to the big topic, legacy. LeBron's legacy is massive. Multiple championships, multiple finals runs, MVPs, all NBA selections across 3 different franchises, longevity at an unprecedented level. He changed the way stars think about mobility and player empowerment. Luka's legacy is still in its early chapters. He has produced historic numbers at a young age. He has delivered big playoff performances, including legendary series where he went toe-to-toe with elite teams. He has already shown that he can be the best player on the floor in high-pressure moments, but there is a huge gap between early promise and all-time legacy. LeBron sustained greatness for 20 years. He stayed near the top of the league for longer than some players' entire careers. He carried heavy expectations from high school and somehow met or even exceeded most of them. For Luka to reach that kind of legacy, several things need to happen. He will need deep playoff runs. He will need championships, or at least consistent contention. He will need to maintain his level of play across many seasons, not just a few. He will need to keep adapting his game as his body changes and the league evolves. He will also need help. LeBron's success is tied to his situations too. The partnership with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh in Miami, the pairing with Kyrie Irving in Cleveland, the combo with Anthony Davis in Los Angeles. Greatness still needs great teammates and competent organizations. Luka's situation in Dallas will matter just as much. Front office decisions, coaching philosophies, roster construction. All of that will either unlock more of his potential or leave him carrying too heavy a load. And now let us pause for a moment and feel the weight of this comparison. We are watching Luka Dončić in the present. We remember LeBron James in his youth, detonating above the rim and rewriting what a forward could be. In Luka, we see the echoes of LeBron's control, his passing, his dominance with the ball. In Luka, we see a new version of the same archetype, a big wing who runs the show. This is where the emotion kicks in, because you realize you are living through another generational story. You remember how people once doubted LeBron's jump shot, his killer instinct, his ability to win the big one. You hear some of the same doubts aimed at Luka today. Too much complaining, not enough defense. Can his style win in June? And then you watch him hit a step-back 3 over a double team. You watch him carve up a defense with pass after pass. You watch him carry a team that might not be elite on paper. You watch him stare down the moment and smile. In those moments, you feel something familiar. The feeling that the game belongs to this one player. The feeling that you are going to tell future fans, I watched him in his prime. That is the emotional bridge between LeBron and Luka. 2 different eras, 2 different personalities. One shared sense of inevitability when they have the ball. Of course, there are areas where LeBron still clearly stands above Luka. Defense is one of them. At his peak, LeBron could guard 1 through 4 at a very high level. He was a devastating help defender. He turned transition defense into a personal highlight reel with chase down blocks. He anchored entire schemes with his communication and rotations. Luka has not reached that defensive level. He has size and instincts. He can body up post players and use his frame. He can read passing lanes, but he is not the same athletic force, and sometimes his defensive effort fluctuates. Improvement on that end will be crucial if he wants to climb into the all-time conversations. Another difference is off-court impact. LeBron is a global icon. He has built media companies, schools, and social influence beyond basketball. His voice carries weight in culture, politics, and business. His legacy extends far past the hardwood. Luka is beloved in Europe and respected worldwide, but he is still in the earlier stages of his off-court journey. If he continues to grow as a brand and a leader, his influence could expand. Yet matching LeBron's cultural footprint would be a monumental task. So can Luka Dončić reach a legacy like LeBron James? The honest answer is that the bar is incredibly high. LeBron is on the very short list of greatest players ever. He combined peak dominance, longevity, versatility, and impact on and off the court. Expecting anyone to fully match that is almost unfair. But can Luka carve out a legacy that sits in that rare air? Can he be one of the defining players of his generation? Can he be the kind of name that people mention in conversations about the greatest defensive engines ever? Absolutely. He already has the playmaking, he has the shot making, he has the confidence. He has the clutch gene. What remains is the long journey, the grind of seasons, the heartbreak of playoff exits, the joy of breakthroughs, the relentless process of improvement. If Luka adds better defense, more physical conditioning, and consistent leadership, the sky is wide open. If his organization surrounds him with the right pieces, his style is built for deep playoff runs. And if he maintains his love for the game and keeps evolving, he could write a story that stands proudly next to the legends. In the end, maybe the most beautiful thing is this. We do not need Luka to be the next LeBron. We need Luka to be the best version of Luka Dončić. LeBron already wrote his epic. Luka is still in the early chapters of his own. One day when we look back, we might say that there was a line of succession, from Magic Johnson to LeBron James to Luka Dončić. From one generation of oversized playmaker to the next, players who saw the court differently, players who turned passing into an art form, players who controlled games, not just with scoring, but with every decision they made. So as we watch LeBron's twilight and Luka's rise, we are witnessing a crossover of eras, one legend still adding to his resume, one young star chasing history. The comparisons are natural. The debates will never end. But for true fans, the privilege is simply getting to watch both. Thank you for watching this episode of NBA Stories. If you enjoyed this deep dive into LeBron James versus Luka Dončić, please let us know. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Luka can build a legacy close to LeBron's? Who would you trust more with the ball in a Game 7? If you liked the video, remember to hit the like button, share it with your fellow basketball fans, leave a comment to join the discussion, and of course, do not forget to subscribe to the NBA Stories channel. Turn on notifications so you never miss another episode. Thank you for spending your time with us. See you in the next video.